Okay. Are you all ready?
Yes, Prabhuji, very good.
So please get into seated position. Please pray, and let's get into Vrajamandal. So one cannot enter into the dham just by like that. Okay, it's like not, as I told you in the last lesson, it is not that okay, I will get a ticket to Vrindavan and then no. You have to have that quality of pure heart and the right mood, and then also if even if you physically enter, it doesn't mean that you are already in Vrindavan. The mood and the bhava of entering Vrindavan is very important. Is the sound vibration through which we are able to receive. So when you hear through the acharyas, when you hear through the exalted devotees about the importance of Vrindavan, about the importance of Govardhan, about the importance of Radha Kund, then we will be able to read. That is why it requires a lot of patience, a lot of determination, and then chanting. All those things are also. And then we have to be Vinayam. We have to be very, very sarala. We have to be very, very innocent. Then only we'll be able to get that taste. Okay. So Prabhupada was a Prabhupada even before Prabhupada. Initially, it was started early, long back with Nityananda Prabhu when he started the first Vrindavan Parikrama. Vrindavan Nityananda Prabhu took Jiva Goswami for the entire. It was 64 korosas, 64 miles around Vrindavan Bhumi, and then Nityananda Prabhu took Jiva Goswami, and then afterwards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. He also did a parikrama, and then the Goswamis came, and then he also did the parikrama. And after that, there were so many other disciples and other sannyasis followed from the parampara. And then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also later, when he established the Gaudiya Math, he did a very big parikrama throughout the Vrajamandal Bhumi. And then afterwards, every year, the Gaudiya Math started doing it, and then Prabhupada also followed it, and then our ISKCON also following that Vrajamandal Parikrama. Right? So it is around 168 miles. I told about 84, sorry. It is about 168 miles throughout the city of in kind of in and around Uttar Pradesh, Mathura, and other places also it's covered. Okay. So most importantly, it is not an ordinary material level place, but it's a one level above the material level place. Okay, so it is the Braja Bhumi that we are looking is non-different from Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna actually resides. Okay, so that is where we have to understand. And there are a lot of specific Shastra Pramanams, Shastras references, talking specifically on glories of Vrindavan. Okay, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Brahat Samhita, Vrajarati Chintamani. There are so many specific books written by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur and other great acharyas in the parampara, and they have glorified this place. Okay. For example, even other Puranas, like apart from Bhagavatam, apart from places like Skanda Puranam, Rigvedam, so many other places also the Rajabhumi is glorified. Okay. I can share this little later to you. Okay, what is most important is we have to be very truthful. We have to follow certain austerities. We have to ensure our cleanliness both outside and inside. We have to do the Harinam properly. Those are all the very important things. And then we should take a vow that okay, what is the purpose of visiting there? That I will do this. I will take some pratigna, some activity we should do. And what we should not do is all those simple things. We should not try to be angry with anybody. We should not waste prasadam. We should not commit offenses. We should be a little more careful in everything. Even a normal dog or a monkey or a cow is a Vrajavasi, and we should ensure that even an ant also. My Guru Maharaj will say you have to be very, very careful. Even killing an ant inside Vrajadumi is more dangerous than any other location, right? We should. I mean, sometimes when we go, we don't even wear slippers or shoes or whatever. Try to be a little more austerity. Okay. So generally, Vrajabhumi is divided into two. One is towards west side of Yamuna and the east side of Yamuna. So from Balram, there are specific vanas managed and maintained. He also had a set of his gopis. He also had his set of friends. For example, in Bandiravan in Belavan, he had his own wrestling team. So he's a Haladar, right? So he has his own Gada and everything, and he has his own team, and he will play. He will ensure all those wrestling matches, everything in Mahav and other places. And west side of Yamuna is where the Krishna specific pastimes like Madhuvan, Talavan, Kumduvan, Baulavan, Kambyavan, Vrindavan. Vrindavan is also one part of the town. Okay, so majorly everybody will say Vrindavan, but Vrindavan is just a small town and one part. But the overall there are primarily 12 forests. Okay, and then secondarily there are 48 different forests. This is again mentioned in Varaha Purana, Bhavishya Purana, Vishnu Purana, and other places also. There are around small vanas. Now all vanas are now all completely Gupta means hidden now. So only few of the vanas were able to go and see. For example, Madhuvan is where Dhruva Maharaj went and did lot of penance, and then Shatrughna, like when Rama's fourth, the third brother of Rama, Shatrughna was there. So there are some specific pastimes in each of the vanas also. Okay. So all that we are trying to go is just quickly run through all the vanas, just directly get into Govardhan and Radha Kund. Okay. So usually Parikrama Marg, there is a place called Parikrama Marg where it is like now drawn out very nicely. We start with the Parikrama Marg, which with today's initial focus will be Parikrama Marg में हम लोग will start with Krishna Balram Mandir, Varaha Ghat, Madan Kalia Ghat, Madan Mohan Temple, Shringar Ghat, and Shir Ghat. Okay, this is where initial first 5 minutes, 10 minutes we will rent out. So we start with from our Sampradaya perspective, we will start with Krishna Balram Mandir. Krishna Balram Mandir was established in 1975, Ram Navami by Prabhupada, and then we recently celebrated the 50 years of this. So we start here. We have Radha Shyam Sundar, Gauri Nitai, we have Krishna Balram, and Prabhupada's Samadhi is also there. We take darshan there, and then from there we go to the left, to the right side, and then we see a place called as Krishna Balram Briksha. Now it is all kind of little not fully visible, but whatever you see is all taken by some few years ago when we did the parikrama. Okay, so one tree will have both black and white. So from there, you can people generally devotees will say it is Krishna Balram tree. Okay, and then on the corner of that, before we get into Yamuna, there is a place called as Varaha Ghat where Krishna showed his Varaha Rupa to his friends when he was playing with his Gopa and Gopis. And from there is a small ashram called Gautama Muni. Gautama Muni wanted to have a darshan of Krishna in there, and then he did a penance, and then you can see a Gautama Muni's ashram there. So you will see a beautiful Varahadev deity in that Varaha Ghat. Then you take right, you will see Yamuna. Before we see Yamuna, there is a place called as Madankir. So this is all.
Just one moment.
Yes,
Can you help
Prabhu.
to hide that ribbon, Prabhuji?
Which ribbon? Oh, this one. Okay,
Then
okay.
stop sharing just
It
beside
okay?
us that. Yeah,
It
thank you,
okay?
Prabhuji.
So this is again very small place, small places, very important, where Krishna was so Krishna is called Madana Mohana, right? And Radharani is called as Madana Mohana Mohini. Okay, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sandhu, she is glorified as even Radha Madan Mohan will be kind of Mohan, like he will be bewildered or overwhelmed by Shrimati Radharani's beauty. That is why Radharani is called as Madana Mohana Mohini. Okay, and then here this Cupid, this um, that Kamadev did a penance and then he wanted to have darshan of Krishna. Okay, then we quickly go into this is all towards the to the right side of Yamuna River. We have a beautiful ISKCON Goshala, the Goghat. Inside that we have the 64 Goswamis, where most of the Goswamis Samadhis is there. Even our ISKCON Acharyas Samadhis are also there. And then most important stopover is this Kalia Ghat. So Kalia Ghat, we all know the wonderful pastime of Kalia pastime, right? So this happened, but now the river is little away from Kaliagat, but in the past what do I say 500 or 600 or 5,000 years back, it was flowing towards this particular place. Okay, Kaliagat we take darshan, and then behind Kaliagat is called Prabodhana Saraswati's kutir. So Prabodhana Saraswati is from South India. He is Venkata Bhatta's brother. Venkata Bhatta is the father of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Right. So he's called as Tunga Vidya. He stayed there in Kamyavan, then moved here. His small kutir, Bhajan kutir is there. And there are small ghats on the Yamuna. It's called Suraj Ghat, Surya. And then other perspiration ghat, where Krishna once becomes so hot, Radharani prayed, and then immediately all his sweating and made a small lake there. And then immediately Radharani prayed to Surya Bhagavan, and then for example, if you go through this this May month, it will be so hot, right? So that place signifies that particular lila there. And then we go to the Radha Madan Mohan temple. So mainly in Vrindavan, within the Vrindavan town, the 6 Goswamis, six Goswamis temples are most important apart from our Krishna Balram Mandir. So we know this Radha Madan Mohan Mandir, so beautiful. One quick point is all the main deities during the Mughal Empire, they took the original deities established by the Goswamis like Sanatana Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, then Jiva Goswami. Like Jiva Goswami established Radha Damodar Mandir. Sanatan Goswami established this beautiful Radha Madan Mohan Mandir, and then all went to Jaipur towards Radha Kund. So what happened when this Aurangzeb started attacking everything? Immediately all the acharyas and Prabhuji and pujaris did is they took the deities and then went through Radha Kund. So what happened in Radha Kund and Govardhan, you will see few places where they stayed there for 1 or 2 days. So that is where the same replica of all the small temples that we see here in Vrindavan is also there in Radha Kund, and also they have moved to Rajasthan, like Jaipur, Karoli, and other places. Okay, and then the Pratibhu deities were installed. So after that, when it went to Rajasthan, when the Rajasthan king, he was an Hindu king, so he said, no, we will not return back Radha Gopinath, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha, and all. Then the Pratibhu deities were installed here. Okay. There are some specific stories inside for each temple. We will not get into that, but beautiful stories for each temple is there. Then you can read and understand. Okay. Then immediately after that is Imli Tala. Imli Tala is where after Rasalila Krishna came, and then that place is called Shringaravat, and before that is Imli Tala where Radharani and Krishna had their places. Okay, this place is beautiful. Now it is all decorated, kind of remodeled or reconstructed by different months. Okay. Nimli Tala is also where when Radharani disappeared, and then Krishna will lament, and then Krishna will get Radharani's color. Okay, beautiful this one. And then Mahaprabhu also visited. So whatever we are seeing is all through how Mahaprabhu visited, and then so Mahaprabhu also came there. The moment he saw the beautiful deities, he started lamenting. He couldn't control his tears. So this place is very significant because when somebody gets to sit and chant here, you will get more of Krishna prema. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat here and he did a lot of chanting. So when Mahaprabhu came in his own Vrindavan Yatra, in night time he will stay near Mathura, near Vishram Ghat, and morning time he will stay here in Imli Ghat. Okay, so that is why it is very important. And our Prabhupada also came, and then there is this tree is called Kalpa Vriksha tree, or Tala, the tree. So whatever desire, wish that you have to grow in your spiritual life will be fulfilled when we visit there. Okay, so whenever you get a chance, please go sit and do one round of chanting here. Okay, now it is managed by Bhakti Saranga Maharaj. There is one Maharaj from the Gaudiya Sampradaya, but beautifully maintained by the Sampradaya deities. Okay, and then next is the Shringaravat. It is also called as Nityananda Bhatt, where after Rasa Leela performed, and then Krishna wanted to have this pastime of disappearance, so he moved or he disappeared, and then all the gopis started searching for him, and then slowly Radharani also came here. So this place is called a Shringaravat, very beautiful place. And when Nityananda Prabhu, when after his appearance, after he finished all his parikrama, when he came to Govardhan, and from Govardhan he came here and he sat here. So that is why it is called as Nityananda Bhatt also. The same way Advaita Prabhu also, with Advaita Acharya, when he came, he sat here in um, in Sanatan Goswami's this Radha Madan Mohan. That is why you will see as Baitak. They will call it as Baitak, which means sitting place of the Acharya. This is this Advaita Acharya's Baitak. He sat here and then he did a lot of chanting. Okay. Then Chirghat. So Chirghat, we all know this Vastrahabharana, like when he stole the dresses of the gopis. So this is all towards left of our right side of Yamuna. So slowly we are moving into the Yamuna Ghat. Okay. So every pastime of Krishna has got a normal story understanding, a philosophical understanding, and a bhakti marga understanding. Okay, normal philosophical understanding is one aspect that we will tell to everybody, but how do we understand through the bhakti is very, very important. Okay, this is Chir Ghat. Then we get into KC Ghat. So KC Ghat, we see a lot of large temple kind of structures, but unfortunately during the Muslim dynasty, all the deities and everything got destroyed. So buildings are there, but nothing really happening there in terms of worship or anything. So KC Ghat is where Krishna killed the KC demon who came in the form of an horse. Okay. And there are other small pastimes also here. Okay, so Krishna dresses up as Madhumangal, and Krishna dresses up, dress the Madhumangal, because one day Madhumangal say, "Hey, everything is, you are only getting everything. I'm not getting everything." Then Krishna will say, "Okay, take up everything," and then Krishna will dress up Madhumangal as Krishna, and then he'll give the peacock feather also. And then immediately this Casey demon will, at that moment Casey demon will come and then try to attack. Very nice specific pastimes happened here in this KC Ghat. And we can take Yamuna boat, river um, place in this particular KC Ghat. Okay. And then there is a place called as Jhadu Mandal, and then there's Govinda Ghat. Jhadu Mandal is a very small, nice pastime when an old, very old blind lady, when she was trying to serve devotees, what she will do, she will have this the stone grinder. If you have happened to see, it's called the, I don't know what is in Hindi. You keep you put the wheat and start grinding on it, right? So every night she will start putting and then creating a lot of noise. So the devotees all will start complaining, oh, this lady does, she doesn't have anything, she'll keep on grinding every day, and then it's very disturbing. So immediately one day Krishna will come to her place, and then she will say, what do you want? No, I want to serve here, and I don't have money. All that I have is only this wheat, and I have to grind. This is like my grinder. I have to keep doing it. I cannot. Then Krishna will say, "Don't worry. I will keep my lotus feet, my balaga here. Once people start seeing it, this they will give you money. Then you can live with it. So if you see this place, you will see that grinder, and then Krishna's Padaka also there. And then from that place onwards, everybody started coming and visiting. And then she was very happy to serve this place. And then she was able to glorify Krishna also. That is what it called as. And then there's something called as Jhadu Mandal, like cleaning a place. So another place is also where you get the opportunity to clean the place. So where Krishna, where when all the devotees come here, they take rest, like little bit of Vishram here, and they do the parikrama. This place is also called as Govinda Ghat. Okay, this is where we finish there, and then we go back to the main. After that, you have this Loi Bazaar and other things, and then we go back to um, Krishna Balram Mandir. After that, the next day, wait, let me quickly. I'll have to. Next day, we'll go towards Mathura quickly. Uh, okay, I think this we have already covered. Yeah. Maybe we can just quickly go through some specific temples also in between. In between these temples, there are some specific temples we need to understand. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govind, Radha Gopinath, Radha Raman, Radha Kanta, Radha Damodar, Radha Shyamsundar, and Braj Mohan. These are wonderful temples, all established by our. So after we get into Radha Madan Mohan, we will see Radha Govind temple, very beautiful temple. Now that temple got destroyed. Okay, after Radha Madan Mohan, you will have the Sanatana Goswami Kutir and an Advaita Acharya's place. And then after that, now it has moved to Karoli. So whatever deities you see here is the Pratibhu deities. The main deities are in Rajasthan, Karoli. That whatever deities that you see here is beautiful deities established by Sanatana Goswami. Okay, then we have Radha Gopinath. This is also a very old temple established by Loknath Goswami. The main three deities that from our Sampradaya perspective, from Abhidaya, Prayojana, and Sambandha, it is all these main three deities: Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Gopinath, and Radha Govind. Okay, so this also we will cover in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These three main deities are deities, and the temples is what is very important. Okay, and then these are all some beautiful temple deities that you can take darshan. Radha Gopinath. Okay, and Radha, this is in Jaipur. Whatever you will see his watch also, right? You would have heard about his watch is continuously running for many years. Um, and Radha Govind is also very wonderful temple. This temple got destroyed during Aurangzeb period, and then it was a 7-story structure, but all got destroyed. Now, behind this main temple is the small temple established. This is the main temple in Jaipur, but behind that there is a small temple Radha Govind now. Okay. So this is a small temple behind the main temple. There we have. So most of the temples will have Mahaprabhu deity, will have some Shaligram Shilas, and will have the Radha Krishna deities. Okay. Okay, so after Mahaprabhu's disappearance, most of the temples had only only Krishna, and then Janavi Mata, Nityananda Prabhu's wife, when she started parikrama, when she started coming, then she brought in specific Radharani deities, and then also had together as Krishna and Radharani. Okay. Radha Raman, we all know the story of Radha Raman temple, right? Gopal Bhatta Goswami, when he had this the beautiful Shaligram Shila converted into Radha Raman the next day. Okay, so this pastime also we all know. So how do we worship the Lord is very important. So as I told you, three main deities: Madan Mohan, Gopinath, and Govinda. All three is established in Radha Raman. Okay, so Madan Mohan's beauty is in from feet to waist, and Gopinath's beauty is from chest to and then from face is Govinda. Okay, but most importantly, Radha Raman is why so beautiful, because all three is established on this beautiful small Radha Raman. Yeah, today it will be a little bit overwhelming. You can just be blissful, just swimming, like just be there. You will get into it. Okay, Gopal Bhatta Goswami's Samadhi. And then this Radha Raman's kitchen is also famous. Last for 500 years, it is still burning. Wonderful kitchen there. Then Radha Gokulananda is the deity is worshipped by Lokanath Goswami. After that, there are other the next level of acharyas like Baldev Vidyabhushan, Vishwanath Chakri Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur. So those wonderful acharyas, deities are also there in Radha Gokulananda temple. You go there specifically, then you will be understand. Okay, and this is the Govardhan Shila given by Mahaprabhu to Raghunath Das Goswami. When Mahaprabhu went to the parikrama in Vrindavan, he got the Shila, and then he gave to Raghunath Das Goswami to worship. Okay, and then this Shila was handed over to um, Krishna Priya Thakuran. This is like Ganga, daughter of Ganganarayan. Okay, this is all in a way from a sampradaya perspective how the deities were handed over from one generation to the next generation to the next generation. Okay, then all the main important samadhis also are there. In for example, in Radha Damodar Mandir, you will see Rupa Goswami's Samadhi, Sanatana Goswami's Samadhi, etc. Right, so the Samadhis are also there. Radha Vinod, Radha Sham Sundar. Radha Sham Sundar is established by Samananda Pandit. Okay, there are specific nice pastimes for each of the things. Also, one day when Krishna willing, we will get into understanding of this beautiful how they manifested, what is the importance of each of the temples. Okay, Radha Damodar, we know, very important temple where Prabhupada stayed here after his sannyas in Vrindavan. Before staying here, he stayed in a place called Radha Vinod for $5, 5 rupees, sorry, 5 rupees. He took a rent in Radha Vinod temple, and then from Radha Vinod, daily he will take a what horse carriage to Mathura station, and from Mathura station he will go to Delhi, and then he will print his own BTG magazine. Then again evening he will come, he will distribute, and then again he will come back in the evening, then stay again in Radha Vinod, then write whole night. Then next day morning after his breakfast he will take that Goda, that horse carriage to Mathura station, and then again. So he was doing it for many years from the Radha Vinod temple. Then he slowly moved to Radha Damodar temple. Okay, the beautiful deities of Radha Damodar. So most of the important acharyas temples are also, deities are also there in Radha Damodar. And Samadhi of Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami is also there inside this Radha Damodar. Okay. So we take darshan of the deities of the Samadhis also. And then there are other small temples like Radha Kanta. Radha Kanta is Gopal Guru Goswami's temple. You will see the same Radha Kanta temple in Gambhira, in Puri also. Okay. Braj Mohan temple is by Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur is famous for specifically when Gaura Purnima started from only with Janvi Mata, and then through Narottam Das Thakur only we are able to celebrate Gaura Purnima. Okay, so very important. First deities established, and then Abhishekam was performed by Srinivas Acharya, and for the Gaura Purnima. Radha Shamre and other things. Okay, so most importantly, how do we understand our acharyas? Is each of the acharyas specific roles are mentioned in Gauda Ganopadeshika. Okay, so for example, when you say Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, when he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, he's called as he's the actual Kasturi Manjari from the previous one. So each of the acharyas, they're all Nitya Siddhas. They all were serving Krishna in the Krishna pastimes, Krishna Leela, and then in Mahaprabhu Leela also they came and then they did the wonderful pastimes. Okay. Okay, let's go. So we'll go from Mathura from Vrindavan to Mathura now. So from Mathura, we take a tangent towards Mathura, where Krishna was born. So from Vrindavana, when we take towards one, there's a place called as Bhojan Stali. Bhojan Stali is the place where Krishna did pastime with all these Brahmana wives. When Krishna and his friends were very hungry and then they wanted to have food, and then nearby the Brahmanas were having a big yagya, and then the Brahmanas refused to give food, and then finally the Brahmanas wives came and then they got delivered here, right? So wonderful pastime. So that place is called as Bhojan Stali. So when we go to Parikrama, early morning after we start reaching towards Mathura, we sit here and have our morning breakfast prashadam here. So this is also very nice specific pastime. And after that, we all know about this Akrura Ghat. Right? Akrura Ghat is where when Akrura came, he saw the specific pastimes of Krishna's places, and then he took Krishna there. And then on the way from Nandagaon towards Mathura, he did this. He saw the footprints of Krishna before even having Krishna, and then that place is called as Akrura Ghat. Okay, so very important. And where these gopis also stopped Krishna and Balarama going from Nandagaon towards Mathura. Okay. But Krishna says, I will come, right? So this is a nice pastime that happened there. And then in the Akrura Ghat, only when Akrura, you would have seen all in the Krishna book and other places also when Akrura took some Vishram and then went into the Yamuna, then he saw the wonderful form of Krishna in the form of Mahavishnu lying in the Adisesha, and he saw the Sanat Maharaj, he saw Prahlad Maharaj, he saw Narada Rishi, he saw Brahma, Shiva, and all the rishis, everybody, right? So then he becomes so bewildered. When he came out, then he saw Krishna there, right? So this is a wonderful pastime of Akrura. The place is called as Akrura Ghat. Okay, and after that, yeah, this is where you see now there's a temple there. You will see Krishna and Balram along with Akrura. We are moving towards Mathura. So and there is a place, this Birla family, they established a lot of temples towards towards this Janmasthan place called Gita Mandir. This Gita Mandir was established by Birla and others also, where you will see Bhagavad Gita inscribed there in this Gita temple. Okay, Madura is also glorified. So that even when we go through our understanding of how do we understand when we have this Mathura, we also should not underestimate Mathura. Mathura is also a very important place where Krishna was born there. Okay, there are so many ghats there within the Yamuna place. We have Akrura Ghat and Dasha Ashwamedha Ghat, then Kishi Ghat. All these specific ghats are all running towards Mathura. Vishram Ghat is where after killing Kamsa, Krishna and Balram came. Krishna washed his hands and took some rest here. So you will see this pink place. There's a very nice small temple complex. The small temples are around this particular this Vishram Ghat. Okay, and usually parikramas, other sampradaya parikramas, and everybody will start parikrama from here, and then they completed. They'll go to Madhuvan, and then from Madhuvan to Nandagaon to Barsana, and then to Vrindavan, and then Ramanreti, and then they'll come back here. Okay, but since we follow our acharyas from Sampradaya, we start from our ISKCON Krishna Balram Mandir, complete Vrindavan town, and then come to Mathura. Okay. So here the small place is there. Varahadev. So even before Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, and even during the Satya Yuga time, Varahadev also came here and he took rest after killing Hiranyaksha. Okay, there's a small deity of Varahadev. Okay, Adi Varahadev temple is also here inside this. So this pink, now maybe the color would have changed, but earlier days this place is all small temples were there inside. Okay, this is the place inside. We'll have small deities. We have Yamuna, and Yamuna's brother is Yamaraj. So there temple is also there inside that. It was established by Vajranabha. Vajranabha is the great grandson of Krishna. After the first temples and everything was first established by Vajranabha. But after Vajranabha, everything again went away. And then after many years, then Mahaprabhu came, and then again 500 days ago, everything again manifested. 5,000 years ago, Krishna, after his disappearance, then everything went in, and then his great grandson Vajranabha, then he established many specific temples there in the Vrajabhumi and Mathura. But after that also everything went away. And then again, this is the third time that has come up. Okay, so you will see Yamaraj and Yamuna Devi. So they are both they are the children of Surya Bhagavan. So one thing that they always do is every year when somebody comes and prays here, Yamuna Devi gives that benediction through his brother. That brother gives him the benediction. So whomsoever is coming and praying here, Yamuna Devi got that special mercy that okay, she will ensure that Yamaraj doesn't give a lot of punishment to the sinful persons if they pray sincerely here. Okay, that is what important location, that when you get to Mathura, just be ensuring go to Vishram Ghat and then take darshan of these places. Okay, and Adi Varaha Dev, there are two Varaha Dev temples, one is Shweta Varaha and Adi Varaha. Adi Varaha is very important because it was worshipped by Kapila Dev, Indra, Ravana, and Vibhishna. So many personalities worshipped this place, and then it was gifted to Rama, and then from Rama, it was gifted to Shatrughna. Okay, Shatrughna was ordered by Rama, or given a special work to kill a asura called as Lavanasura in Madhuvana. After this, we'll go to Madhuvana. Madhuvana is a place where Shatrughna killed Lavanasura. Okay, Lavanasura, he went into the underground cave and then tried to hide himself, and then they killed him. Okay, then we have this wonderful temple. Okay. Usually, whenever we go to any Vrindavan Parikrama, very importantly, we glorify Lord Shiva also. Lord Shiva is the Kshetra Palaka. He is the protector of the entire Kshetra. So Lord Shiva is in each of the main locations. You have four different, for a lot of small Shiva temples are there, but we will always have this four main Shiva temples. Okay, even in Vrindavan town, we have one small Shiva temple. Even in Govardhan, we'll have one Shiva temple, so that we glorify Lord Shiva because he is the topmost Vaishnava. Okay, and he's protecting it. How does he protect? He protects the place from all the other Nastikas, all the other non-believers, all the other karmis, and so many other aspects. So he will give us the blessings. He will give us the guidance when we pray to Lord Shiva that I need guidance. I need Krishna's mercy, Radha Rani's mercy. Then Lord Shiva will help that. Okay, he protects. Protects here means protection from the other miscreants. Okay, we have Rangeshwar Mahadev, Bhuteshwar Mahadev, Gokarneshwar Mahadev, etc. in different directions. Okay, and then we get into Rangubhumi. Rangubhumi is before the palace, where Krishna and Balram fought with Chanura, Mushtika, and other wrestlers, where there was a wrestling match. We all know this pastime, and Krishna killed all these wrestlers, and he killed Kamsa also there. Okay, before we enter to the that Kamsa's place. Okay, and then there's a temple called beautiful Dwarkadish temple. This was established by one of the what do you say, from the Rajasthan or from the north side, one of the kings or one of the great people. Called Dwarkadish temple, very nice temple. And then Keshava temple. So this is a very important place where our Prabhupada stayed here for some time, because this was established by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's next set of disciples, called from the Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, Keshava temple. And then Gupcha Gudir. So this is again from Krishna's pastime stories. You know this this prostitute lady, prostitute lady. She had this bended form, but she used to serve Kamsa with daily hand mixed chandan. So she will give this chandan to Kubja, and then she will become a very beautiful. She'll take a beautiful form. Okay. Then we will go to the Bhagavata Bhavan, or
the
this all now
mantra and the Ramayana related.
Paramatma Prabhu. Prashant, Paramaguru Prabhu, please silent Prabhu. Okay, Janma Bhumi. Then we go to Janmastan. We cannot take photos into Janmastan. So this is place where the jail. In the jail, Krishna was born, and then that Janmastan place we take darshan. We don't have specific photos inside that because it is not allowed. Maybe now it is allowed, I don't know. But in those days, it was not allowed. Then we take darshan of Janma Bhumi. Then after Janma Bhumi, there's a beautiful temple built by the Birlas, marble temple. So we can take darshan of Krishna and other wonderful deities there. Then come out, there's this Keshava Gaudiya Mutt. So immediately when you come out, this mutt is there where, importantly, Prabhupada took sannyas there. Okay, so Prabhupada's sannyas place is this one. So we can take darshan there. Then we complete the Mathura, and then from Mathura we quickly go to Madhuvan. What is in Madhuvan? Mathura to Madhuvan is where our Dhruva Maharaj. Even before Madhuvan is glorified because even Krishna in the Dwapara Yuga, before Dwapara Yuga itself, even during the Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga time, so even Satya Yuga time, Treta Yuga time also Madhuvan was established. Okay, so we on the way from Mathura we go to Madhuvan, and there are some specific Sikh temples and other temples also. You can just take a look. And when we enter into Madhuvan, even in Satya Yuga, Dhruva Maharaj did a penance. In Treta Yuga, Shatrugna killed Lavanasura. And then Ambarish Maharaj did penance here. So many wonderful, exalted devotees did penance here, Madhuvanam. Okay. In Dwapara Yuga, Krishna and Balram, this place is called picnic spot for them. Okay. Madhuvan is a very beautiful place. So you will see Dhruva Maharaj's place. Then Dhruva Maharaj austerity, we all know. Then there's a place called as Dhruva Narayan, Dhruva Tila, where Dhruva Maharaj had the darshan of Krishna there or Vishnu there. In that place called as Dhruva Tila. Okay, he saw the wonderful deities where he had the darshan. And then there is a Vishnu temple in Dhruva Maharaj's place now. Then the Shatrugna temple, where Shatrugna killed Asura called Lavanasura. So there's a kupa. Like you go inside a cave, you will see that place there. Okay, then there is a small kund. So everywhere you will see kund or baitak. Okay, throughout the Parikrama Marg, everywhere you'll see baitak means sitting place where the acharyas or anybody sat, and then kund means some. So whenever they go for any specific picnic or something, immediately when the gopas are become very thirsty, Krishna will use his flute or his foot also, and then he will immediately create a kund there. Okay, so a lot of kunds came up. Brahma's tears also came to Brahma kund. So like that, there are Surya kund, Indra Kund, all those kunds came up individually. Okay, the Vallabhacharya did his penance here. Then Dauji. This Madhuvan is very importantly for Dauji, for Balram. Okay, so Balram's very nice temple. Every year during the holy time, Dauji temple is so beautifully decorated with all the wonderful things. And then the Dauji's holy festival is very famous in Vrindavan. Okay. Balram had two wives, right? So one is Revati and Varuni. Then slowly we get into village. There's a place called every village has got wonderful, nice pastimes, but we'll just skip. So Madhuvan to Moholi, and then from Moholi we'll go towards the next Vana. Place called as Kumudavan. Okay, so it's already 1 hour. We'll try to complete quickly. If you spare time, then we can go for another half an hour extra. Okay, so from Madhuvan, we go to Talavan. And Maholi to a village called Starasi. So every village, some relatives of Krishna, some relatives of Radharani, and so many things are also there. Okay, when we get time, then I will explain that place. Okay, so all those picnics, pastimes happened in the specific villages. Okay, Krishna's friends like Sridhama, Subala, Stoka Krishna. So they play around those this wonderful small villages. Okay, we know this pastime. What is this pastime? Who is this Asura? Dhenukasur. Okay, so Dhenuka's pastime happened between Madhuvan and then this one. So that is called Dhenuka. Okay, this place happened there. Okay. So the place called Tarasi village. So from Madhuvan towards that village, before that village is called the Talavanam. So now if you go and ask them where is Talavan, nobody will know. If you say the village name only, they will know. Okay, the village name is called Tarasi village. Okay, and then you have Sankarshan Kund there. So these places now kind of little reformed or rejuvenated, reconstructed for all of us, for all of our benefits. When we go there, somebody in ISKCON will be there. There's a small temple there. They will glorify that place and tell us what exactly happened there. And then there is a Balram temple there. Then after that, from Tarasi village, we go to a place called as Kumudavan, where this wonderful pastime of Krishna and Gopis and Radha did a lot of this boat time pastimes. Even in Govardhan, you have this Manasarovar and other places also. These boat pastimes will happen every specific locations. Okay, so even in Yamuna also it happened. In other big lakes also it happened. So one place is called as Kudravanam or Kumudavanam, where you have a big vanam where large big size ponds and lakes are there, and then they did wonderful pastimes with the lotus flowers. Okay. And then Kapila Muni's ashram is there in that Kumudavanam. Then you will see Mahaprabhu's footprint there. Padma Kund, Vihar Kund, Kumudini Kund, Shantanu Kund. Shantanu, you know, right? Shantanu, who is Shantanu?
There's a great grandfathers of the Kuru dynasty.
Very good. Yeah, from Mahabharata. Mahabharata started. Yeah, Mahabharata started with Shantanu. Okay. So this is a place where we'll take Shantanu. Shantanu Bihari Krishna. Okay. A nice temple there. Okay. From Madhuvan to Talavan we have come. Then we go to Kumudavan to Bahulavan. Then we'll get into Govardhan. Govardhan will take a little bit more time, but we'll quickly finish. This is very small only. I think we should be able to quickly finish. Kumudavan to Bahulavan. Bahula, you know the story of Bahula story, right? And the place is called as Ganeshara. From Shantanu Kund, we just walk towards these places are where Krishna's specific nice pastimes, where somebody will ask Krishna, "Can I serve you with some scented oil, with scented one?" So everybody will try to bring something for Krishna. Okay, so there's a specific clay called a kind of yellow clay with nice fragrance. So they'll bring that to Krishna and then they offer it to Krishna. The place called as Bhakti. Okay, and then there's a one called Gandharva. And this place is where Putana was born. So Putana has two brothers, okay? And then the village is called as Kechiri Gaon. Kechiri Gaon is where Putana is born. And Putana's brothers, we all know, right? So this Agasur, Bakasur, all are one family. And when Putana was killed, and then this Agasur, Bakasur all wanted again to try to kill Krishna. So this place is called as Kechiri Gaon, where Putana was born here. Okay. Bahulavan, we all know the pastime, right? You would have seen the Krishna's pastime where one day this tiger will come and then try to attack one mother cow, and then mother cow will say, "Okay, I will go and come back." And then when she goes back, this tiger will wait, and then you would have seen that pastime in Krishna Lila, right? So that place is called Bahulavan. Okay, that place is there. When our ISKCON is taken up there, and then we have established a small temple there. And then when the cow wanted to go, then the calf will say, no, I also want to come. And then seeing both the cow and calf, the cow's owner said, okay, I will come. So the tiger will be completely astonished to see all three, the cow, the calf, and then the owner of the calf also. Then Krishna will intervene and then he will protect the place. So that is called Bahulavan. This pastime you all know. If you don't know, just go and check in the book, or you can see the video also, Krishna pastime. Okay, so how we go is in between Mathura, Gokul, Chatikara, and Nandagaon. So how do we go is, so what happens in Krishna pastime? When Krishna was born in Mathura, then he moved to a place called as Gokula. Till Gokul, he was there. He was performing till Damodar Leela. Right after Damodar Leela, through Chatikara, they all moved to Nandagaon, a little far away from Mathura, around 5 to 7 or 10 kilometers from Mathura is Nandagaon. Nandagaon is a different place. Similarly, Radharani also was born in Raval. Then through Basanti, she traveled, her family, like how Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda traveled from from Gokul to Nandagaon. Similarly, Vrishabhanu and Vrishabhanu and Kirtida family also moved from Raval to Barsana. Okay, so both are two big mountains. Nandagaon is with Brahma, with Shiva, and Barsana is the mountain where Brahmagiri. Okay, in between there's a village, there's a vanam called as Viharavanam. Okay, this is how you see the entire place from Mathura, Vrindavan, Mathura, Raval, and then Madhuvan. We have finished Talavan, we have finished Kumudavan, then we'll go towards Govardhan. Okay, this side. So this is where Govardhan is there. We have the Radha Kund and other places. So we started somewhere here in Vrindavan, and then we'll complete the parikrama from Radha Kund towards Ral, Kunjera, and then to Bhelwan, and then finally come here. Okay, we finished this portion. Okay, Ral village. Mukara village. Mukara is the grandmother of Radharani. Okay, she's the grand. So Radharani used to go to her grandmother's place here, called as Mukara village. So Radharani's mother Kirtida and grandmother is Mukara. So there is also very nice. So you will see Radharani, grandmother and mother. Radharani's family dynasty. Okay. And every year this wonderful Chakula dance is happening. Every year this place is attract a lot of tourists because this large size thalis is not very lightweight, it's heavy weight. This lamp dance will happen. Okay. So whenever you get a chance, this happens during the April, May time. Okay. Whenever you get a chance, you can visit this place and have wonderful dishes. Okay. Let's go to. So now we finish Kumudavan to Bulavan, and then we'll go towards Govardhan. So Govardhan itself, by space and this one, it's a separate town, and the Radha Kund is also a separate town. Okay, so I will not get into the Leela of Govardhan. We will take some time, but Govardhan Leela everybody knows, right? The main Govardhan Leela everybody knows how Govardhan Gargam in Garga Samhita specifically mentioned when how this particular mountain came in, right? So the Govardhan pastime we all know, right? I think this is also so. This is also, I think we have seen direct detailed in Bhagavad Gita also, right? Annat bhavati bhutani parjanyat anna sambhava yagyat bhavati parjanyo yagya karma sambhava. So the cycle of how through rain we get the grains, and then how do we perform yagya, and then prescribed duties, and then how it is thing. So the cycle we have already seen, right? So Krishna's argument, and then Nanda Maharaj's response, all those things, and finally what happens? This Krishna. They all go and worship Govardhan, and then because of Govardhan worship, who gets angry? Indra gets angry, and then Indra sends his Samvartaka clouds, and then he wanted to destroy the village, right? So that is what happens there, and after that, this rain happens, and then all the cows started going, and then they all go and ask Krishna, please protect us. And Krishna, what does he do? So heavy flooding happens, and then Krishna he lifts the Govardhan hill. Okay, so that is what we can see. This all happened. Okay, these are all real photos, real thing. So what does Krishna do? He takes all his friends and relatives and everybody, including the cows, goes towards Govardhan, and then lifts the Govardhan hill. Okay, and then there are nice pastimes within this particular 7 days. Taking his left hand, small finger, he lifted the Govardhan hill, and then we. Okay. And then within the Govardhan hill, there are small, nice pastimes, but we'll just go through at the higher level. And then see, all that we are trying to do is you will always have the nectar, you'll have the taste. Try to improve or increase on the taste, and then have the desire to serve Krishna in the Goloka, in Vrindavan. Okay. Okay. So this entire mountain is kind of circle. Okay. The Govardhan mountain is kind of in this kind of a shape. You see this. Specifically, we start from usually from Radha Kund from our perspective. Others will start from Radha Kund village or Govardhan village. There are other nice specific pastime places like Dhan Ghat in between, exactly where Krishna stopped the gopis and Radharani to provide tax collector pastime and other specific pastime. So there's a village called Aniyor village, and there's a village called as Punchari village and Jatipura village. There are small villages. We will just quickly take them through. Okay. So near to 70 places are there around Govardhan. Okay, and how it is structured is it is kind of a peacock way. You have the head of peacock on one side from Radha Kund, and then towards Punchari Kalauta Baba. So where Punchari village is there, the tail portion of the peacock is there. Okay. So Radharani made a request. When Krishna decided to descend, Radharani made a very important thing. I will not come until the entire Vrajabhumi comes. I will not come until Yamuna, Govardhan must come. So even before Radha Krishna came, all the places, all the spiritual locations descended. The entire Yamuna river the Vrajabhumi, then the Yamuna, Govardhan Hill, everything came. Okay, so in one sense, it is Krishna, and also Krishna's most beloved place. Okay, and Mahaprabhu also came here. He did a parikrama. He stayed here. That also we will see. Okay, so this is an aerial view of the entire Govardhan. One corner is this Punchari village. We start at this corner. Some of them will start here. This entire place is around 24 kilometers. There are small temples in and around this Govardhan. So it's not a square, a round, big, high mountain, but more of a what do you say? Elliptical kind of a mountain. Okay. So we will not be entering into or will not step into. So earlier days we used to go very close to when the earlier parikramas in to early 90s, 2000, even 80s, 70s also. Prabhupada went. We started going inside the near, very close to the Govardhan. But nowadays it is like because we should not, by mistake we should not step on the Govardhan. So nowadays it is like kind of little away. Nice path and roads are being made so that we can walk towards on the outer circle of Govardhan. Okay, Govardhan means what? Govardhanam, which means that it is protected for the goes. It is like where the nourishment and everything is provided by Govinda, by Krishna. Okay, and then because Govardhan Hill provides very specific soft grass for all kind of cows that are living around Govardhan mountain. Okay. So this is a place, and Mahaprabhu stayed there. Mahaprabhu's wonderful pastimes also. There are small places there. So as I mentioned, there are about 70 to 80 places around Govardhan itself. Okay, Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, all the kunds and temples are also there. So we will not go into each of them, but just from Manasigam, from your mind and then from your heart, just pray to all these wonderful places. Okay. So parikrama itself there are varieties of parikrama. Some, if you're not able to walk, you can just go. You can go by auto rickshaw, you can go by normal rickshaw, or you can go by car also. Some will walk, and some will do dandavat parikrama, like normal parikrama. This is dandavat parikrama, like even now one acharya did. So every dandavat they will try to do kind of this, and then they will stop. They will take one stone and then keep. Okay, and then this dandavat parikrama is the most toughest, where every step they will do 64 times dandavat or 108 dandavats. Like you see this Rajavasi devotee. So he'll have 108 stones or 64 stones. Every step he will do 108 dandavats, and then he will go to from here. Then he'll keep to move to the next step. And then so this takes at least, for some it will take 5 years, for some it will take 7 years, but many of them are doing it. Okay. Even though we are not able to do this kind of dandavat parikrama. Why the word dandavat comes is what is most important. Dandavat means from a male perspective, all the angas are fully dedicated towards the Lord. Okay? And ladies will say panchanga. This is ashtanga. Ashtanga means all the 8 angas of body. Ladies, it is panchanga. Panchanga means 5 angas. So they are not, ladies are not supposed to fall flat completely. First in the place is Kusum Sarovar. This is very nice, where a lot of this boat pastimes happened in Kusum Sarovar. Okay, Narada prayed here, and though he became Narada Gopi in Vrindavan Dham, and then Shiva also became Gopishwara Gopi. So that also it is in Vrindavana, and he wanted to see the entire pastime one day, and then Radharani made Narada as Narada Sakhi for that particular period, and then he took the darshan there. Okay, Narada Kund, and then Gauri Kund. So one day Krishna disguises as Gauri, and then when these gopis go and pray, Krishna will steal from him and everything. Okay, so nice pastimes. And Simhasan. This is Ratna Simhasan, where Radharani's what do you say? Simhasan, the chair, the Simhasanam or the chair was there. Gwal Pokra, Manasi Ganga. Then this Manasi Ganga is where all these nice boat pastimes happen. Okay. So one day Krishna will become a boatman. He will try to tell, okay, you have to throw away all your things, otherwise the storm will destroy the boat, and everybody will get drenched or crowned in the Krishna. So all of them will start throwing away their pots of milk and cheese and everything, and then Krishna will say, no, that is not enough. Throw all your jewelry also. And then finally, when something happens, from the thunder, this one Krishna will just say, okay, this is going to fall down immediately. Radharani go and then embrace Krishna, right? So it's a very nice pastime there. Manasi Ganga. Even as I mentioned, how Lord Shiva is there, even Durga or Parvati Mata or Yogamaya is also there in different specific locations. In Manasi Ganga, she's called as Manasi Ganga, Manasi Devi. In Mathura, she is called as Pataleshwar Devi. In Kamyavan, she is called as Vrinda Devi. So these are all specific names of Mukara Vrinda. Mukara's place. You will see the Govardhan's main mouthpiece of Krishna's crown is also there. Mukara. Chakratirtham. Chakratirtham is where when Sudarshan also, when the entire village was getting drowned by the Samatka, Sudarshan Chakra also came, and then he tried to protect by providing sun, providing the heat there. Okay, so and Krishna's first swing lila, we know this what do you say, Julan Yatra. Julan Yatra happened here in Chakratirtha. Okay, and then this is Sanatan Goswami, where Krishna once came and then have his footprint there, and now this stone is now moved from here, from Govardhan to Dwara and Radha Damodar. Okay, so and when Sanatan Goswami was praying here, a lot of mosquitoes were there. Then when he prayed to Lord Shiva, the entire location, all the mosquitoes were completely moved away. Okay, so that is Sanatana Goswami's kutir is there, and Chakleshwar Mahadev Shiva's temple is there. Haridev temple is also towards the right side of the parikrama. Sorry, left side of the parikrama is Haridev temple. It's very nice pastime is also there. Dhan Ghat we all know, right? I already mentioned about this Dhan Ghat, where Krishna will ask tax done, right? So that pastime happened here, and then we have our ISKCON village guest house. And then Aniyor also know. So when that particular pastime of Krishna eating all the food that was offered to Govardhan, he started saying Aniyor, 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 Aniyor. Aniyor means what? I want more, I want more. So all the villages started giving so much of. So why we celebrate Govardhan is Annakut festival is when Krishna also as Govardhan, he took up the form and then started eating, right? So that is where it is. And then secondary also, when Madhavendra Puri, when he took the Gopala deity from Govardhan, and that also signifies this place. Okay, and your place. Shankar Shankund. Now Shankar Shankund is managed by Shri Vaishnavas very nicely. There's a beautiful Shankarshana deity also established there. Govinda Kund. Gopal Prakatastali. This is very important for us, because when Madhavendra Puri came, he sat here, and then Gopala Krishna came in the form of a small covered boy, and then he offered milk. And then in the night dream, he told about a deity. That deity is the Srinathji deity. Srinathji deity now if you go to Gujarat, you will see the Srinathji deity, right? The Srinathji deity was found here only from this Gopal Prakatastali. Okay, and he established the wonderful Govardhan, that Annakut festival, right? And then look Dauji is Balram's temple. Okay, these are all nice specific pastimes. I will let you know a little later. Okay, these are all like where you will see the chard and places here. Okay, Puncharikalauta Baba. This is one of the friend of Krishna during the hide and seek game, right? When during hide and seek game, Krishna will tell, okay, you go and hide here. I will definitely come. Okay, so this Gopa, he went and took hiding here, and then he seems he's still waiting for Krishna to come back. Okay, and Krishna also performed Rasa Leela at this place. So this is the one end of Govardhan. Okay. And then we take a turn. We have already completed one side of Parikrama. We take a turn and go towards Radha Kund. It's called Navala Kund or Punchari Kund. This is the tail piece or the end piece of this one. Okay, and Apsaras also wanted to have nice darshan of Krishna, and they also wanted to dance, like how Krishna dances with gopis. Similarly, all the heavenly Apsaras came, and then for them Krishna made one night dance. Okay, and that is place called as Apsara Kund. Nashinga temple is Raghava Pandit Kupa is there, small Kadamba forest. There's a forest they call as Kadamba forest. Now it is not there, but those days the Kadamba tree with beautiful flowers will come there, and Krishna will have nice pastime. So why this Govardhana is very important? Most of the nice pastimes happened here. Okay, they used to play here. Okay. And then after we all know the pastime when after the entire Govardhan Leela completed after 7 days, Indra came and then he begged forgiveness. And the place is called as Surabhi. He didn't come alone. He was very afraid. So he brought mother Surabhi cow. So Surabhi cow did the Abhishekam on Lord Krishna. That place is called, and he came along with this Airavata. So Surabhi, Indra Kund, Airavata Kund is also in this corner. Okay, Radha Kund. And then there's Rudra Kund. Shiva's tears become a kund here. Okay. And Jatipura is nothing but village of sannyas. Madhavendra Puri place was living here. And then the entire Govardhan's main place is here where you have the Mukara, the mouth portion of Govardhan. Okay. Shringastali, it is called as Shringastali. Now this place is maintained by Vallabhacharya, the dynasty, or not the dynasty, sorry, the Sampradaya or the Parampara from Vallabhacharya. And Dandavat Sila. Then Surya Kund. So between Radharani and her gopis, there is another called Chandravali. Okay, the cousin sister. Chandrabanu's is the brother of Rishabhanu. Chandrabanu's daughter is Chandravali. So Krishna had two teams. One team of gopis headed by Radharani. Other team is headed by her cousin Chandravali. Right. So that place is also there near a place called as Jatipura. So Chandravali's village, and she also had 64 Sakis there, and so Krishna will be like either with this side of Radharani and her gopis, or the other side with Chandravali and her gopis. Okay, so Chandravali's husband is Govardhan Malla, and he was a close friend of Abhimanyu. Okay. Then we enter into the Govardhan town in the Parikrama. Then we go into the Uddhava. So we all know Uddhava's Kund, right? Uddhava, when he came back, then when Krishna sent him back after killing Kamsa and others, Krishna and Balram stayed back in Mathura. They didn't go back to Vrindavan at all. So after some time, just to pacify, he sent Uddhava. Uddhava is the cousin. He looks exactly like Krishna, and he thought he worshipped Krishna in a very in the Shantarasa Bhava, in a very awe and reverence. But the moment he came here, then he understood the bhava, and he stayed in Nandagaon and Barsana for some months to understand the bhava, the mood of the gopis. Okay. Okay. Then there's a nice Shiva Pushkarni, small pastime of Radharani there, and then there is one Nashima deity also there. Okay. Now we get into Radha Kund Shyam. Radha Kund Shyam Kund ki jai. So this is an aerial view of Radha Kund Shyam Kund. So we end in Radha Kund Shyam. We started here and then we'll end here. Okay. So this is where you will see the area. So Radha Kund is kind of very specific rectangle shape, but Shyam Kund is kind of not. It's kind of polygon shape, not in a very straight line shape. So at the aerial view, we'll see this straight line, a triangle, or not triangle, a rectangle way. But in between here, small places is very important. Okay, you'll see that is where we have to focus on our parikrama. So all that we now do is we have finished Govardhan Parikrama. Now we'll get into Parikrama of Radha Kund. Okay, this is very important. Okay, so this is the middle portion where you will see the between this side is Radha Kund and this is the Shyam Kund portion. Okay, so as I told you, there are around 40 important places for our Sampradaya Vaishnavas between Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. Okay, so these 40 places is what we will try to cover in next 15-20 minutes. It's already, what is the time now? Okay, there are the specific places we will try to cover. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Govardhan Parikrama ki jai, Govardhan ki jai. So we'll get into Radha Kund. Maybe we'll stop with Radha Kund today. Then maybe later we will continue if time permits. So Radha Kund place is a town. It is also called as Arishta Gaon. Okay, Arishta Gaon is where Krishna killed Arishtasur. Okay, so each of the asuras exhibit different kind of anarthas. Okay, Radhanath Maharaj gave specific detailed understanding, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur also gave, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati also gave a lot of specific understanding. How do we understand killing of each of the demons, like killing of Keshi, killing of Dhenukasur. So each of the asura killing has got a lot of specific significance. And once, if you don't follow Krishna, if you don't follow our acharyas, our Shuddha Bhakti, we will get into negligence of pure Bhakti. Okay, so that signifies this place. So Krishna killed this bull demon called Arishtasur, right? So the pastime is, we all know, right? So Krishna killed this, and then all the gopis said, you got a Brahmahati dosham, you have to go to all the Tirtha Stalas and then get purified. So Krishna, what he will do? Immediately he will create the Kund called as Sham Kund first. Right? So when Sham Kund came, then immediately Radharani said, okay, we will create one Kund, and then they will also create one Kund. So that is how it is. And okay, so this is the specific pastimes that happen towards or in and around Radha Kund. Okay. Most importantly, our Raghunath Das Goswami and Jiva Goswami in 1554, he re-established. When Mahaprabhu came, then he couldn't find out anything. Okay, we read through in the nectar of instructions, right? So it was just normal paddy village, very small location. But then when Mahaprabhu found Radha Kund and Sham Kund, then he told his next set of the acharyas to excavate and then create. So main activity of Raghunath Das Goswami and Jiva Goswami also was to re-establish both the kunds. Okay. So there was one rich person. He wanted to give a lot of money to Badrinath, to Lord Narayana. Then in his dream, Krishna came and told, instead of giving it to Badrinath, you give to excavation of Radha Kund. Okay, so that is how the Kund was established. So most importantly, Radha Kund is as much as dear as Radharani to Krishna. Okay, so that is why we all in Upadeshamrita, now when we read through this 11th sloka, specifically mentioned. So it's like how close Radharani is, the same is what Radha Kund is also there. Okay. So it appeared on Bahulashtami, right? On the Ashtami, 8th day of Bahulashtami day in the Kartik month. So the entire Kartik month is also very important, because during the Kartik month, lot of pastimes, and one of the pastime is appearance of Radha Kund. Okay. Within the earlier in the spiritual understanding across this Radha Kund, there are this 8 main Sakhis who protect the Radha Kund. Okay, each of the locations, each of the directions, north, east, west. So it all signifies very importantly from a spiritual perspective. We may not know, when you go there, you will not see that, but when you see it from a spiritual angle perspective, Radha Kund is protected by all these specific manjaris and the gopis for Krishna and for the pleasure of Radha and Krishna. Okay, the main one we will never be able to see it. Okay, so Priya Narma Sakas. Okay, so similar to how Radha Kund is protected, Sham Kund is also protected by Krishna's friends. Okay, so that is what we can see. So as I mentioned, in 1670, when all the deities started moving from Vrindavan, all the deities were first came and stopped here in Radha Kund. So small replica temples were created here in Radha Kund also. Okay. This is a wonderful thing that happens every 12 years or every 7 years, I don't remember. The entire Radha Kund will be cleaned. The entire, whatever the water you see will be removed, and then they will remove this. So within that, there's a very nice specific kund called as Kanchan Kund. Kanchan is the bangle. So Radharani used her bangle to excavate Radharani and her gopi friends, right? So that Kanchan Kund it will not be visible normal days, but when you clean the place, then you will see that. Okay, so this is the Kanchan Kund, middle of Radha Kund. So this mud, the clay that is there, that is the tila, that is the tilak clay that is used. It will be little black in color. So now the contractor takes it away and then they do business out of it. But those days, this clay will be taken up by all the Vrajavasis, everybody. They'll smear on their bodies. They'll use that as tilak. First is the Radha Krishna Purana Mandir, the very old temple, and then there is one Shiva temple also protecting the Radha Kund. Okay, and Julan Stali. So one corner of Radha Kund is Julan, where they'll play Julan. So there is a banyan tree. So those days, it is like in the banyan tree itself, they'll put a sari or a cloth, and then they'll start playing that. Right. So there is a place called as Julan Stali. So this is all within the Radha Kund. Okay, Julan Stali, Manipur Gopal Mandir. So this was now managed by our Shripad Maharaj temple. So one Manipur king, he came there and then he established a small temple, Gopala deity. Okay, so one corner, Manipur Gopala Mandir. So Gopal deity is there, and then now it is handed over to our Shripad Maharaj, and then his samadhi is there and is managed by his disciples. Okay. And then first is when you go into the Parikrama of Radha Kund, you'll see Radha Gopinath Mandir. And Radha Gopinath Mandir was established by our Raghunath Das Goswami. So his samadhi is also there. The 24/7 bhajan started happening here in his samadhi. Okay. So this is Radha Gopinath temple. The main temple in Radha Kund. The very main temple in Radha Kund is Radha Gopinath temple. And then his samadhi, Raghunath Das Goswami samadhi is also there. Okay. So in the altar, you will see Radharani and then Anangamanjari, younger sister of Radharani. Okay, so this is the samadhi of Raghunath Das Goswami, and then 24/7. Kirtan is going on from last 60 years or 70 years, it is still happening. And then when you come out of that place, you will see Jahnavi Devi. So Jahnavi Devi, Nityananda Prabhu's wife, when she came, Jahnavi Devi is also considered a very important acharya in the Sampradaya. After all the disappearances of the acharyas in the second generation, she came, she established specifically some specific locations and then bring in Radharani deities, and then followed. She did the wonderful Gaura Purnima festival also. So that is why very important acharya in our Sampradaya. And then she sat here, okay, and then near this Radha Gopinath temple. Janava Ghat. So whatever locations you can see is Janava Ghat. Then Anangamanjari is Kunj, and then Govinda Ghat, all within the same location only. Okay. Then from there, if you see this Jigwa tongue. Jigwa is where. So first of all, when Raghunath Goswami is trying to excavate, when he tried to hit a particular location, blood came out of it, and then this is the tongue of the Govardhan. Okay. So this is also very near to Radha Kund. And then we'll see Raghunath Bhatta Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. Then you'll have Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita sitting here. So when Chaitanya Charitamrita was written, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was around 96 years old. So he was completely kind of little blind, but he was very firm in completion of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Right. So Bhajan Kutir of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Bhajan Kutir of Raghunath Das Goswami is also there. And we all know this pastime also, right? We all know the pastime where when Raghunath Goswami was trying to continuously pray, sitting here, one very hot summer, Radharani will come and then Radharani will come and protect him from the hot sun, right? That time, even tigers and deers will come and drink water from here. So seeing this, Sanatana Goswami will become very angry. You cannot. So importantly, Sanatana Goswami takes darshan of Radharani. Okay, but Raghunath Goswami was in his complete absorption in chanting. So he will scold Raghunath Das Goswami. Hey, what is this? You are not supposed. We are here to say that in the last class I told you. We cannot go and take take service. We have to perform service there. We go there, we have all comfort, and everybody starts serving us, means then we'll become a little more comfortable. We'll become complacent in our devotion service. So whenever we go to any dham or any temple or any place, even to our Gauranga center, it is not that we enjoy the services. We have to see how we can serve deities. I mean, the devotees or the deities. Okay, so this is the pastime there, and then sorry, we should not take service. So what happens then? Then all the village, everybody will create a kutir. Kutir means a small hut, so that he can sit inside the kutir to protect himself from sun and heavy winter, and continue his japa. Okay. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita return place. This is behind, a little behind Radha Kund's location, but within the Radha Kund location only, right? So daily 3 hours, Raghunatha Goswami will sit with Krishnanath Kaviraj Goswami, and then Chaitanya Charitamrita was written here. Okay, and Bhajan Kutter of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is one of our important acharyas, because through him only we get to know a lot of other pastimes. So whatever we see in Krishna book, in Bhagavatam, is one set of pastimes. But so many other pastimes came out through Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur only. And he has written many books. Okay, so Manasa Pavana Ghat. So we have not moved away from Radha Kund. Okay, we're still in Radha Kund only. So every day Radharani and gopis will come and take a bath here. Then they will go to Vrinda Kund in Vrinda, and then they will go to specific village locations. Then that is how the pastimes are happening. Okay, Pancha Pandavas also came here. Now the location is not that much this one. The Pancha Pandavas came here, and there is a small tree that they say earlier there were some 5 trees, but now all the trees got destroyed. But the place is called as Pancha Pandava Ghat. Okay, so the trees got destroyed, but the location is still significant. Okay, and then Bhajan Kutter of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. You will see the Pushpa Samadhis of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. You will see the Pushpa Samadhi of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and other acharyas in the Sampradaya. Okay, and you will see the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's slipper, his stick, his bed. So during Kartik Parikrama, when we go there, we will get an opportunity to take darshan of this place. Even normal days also you can take darshan. And then there's a small Jagannath Mandir. Then within the main circus you have Lalita and Vishaka. Okay, so this is the place where Krishna married Lalita also. Okay, there's a very nice pastime there. So marriage means more of love and affection exhibited towards Krishna. Okay, so we should see in that perspective, not from a normal material perspective. So Lalita Kund is there, and then on the parikrama, on the Radha Kund, we'll see small lot of this kind of samadhis. So these are all Vrajavasis or great acharyas or Vaishnavas whose samadhis are established in the parikrama. Radha Kund. Okay. Then Jiva Goswami parikrama. Jiva Goswami is quoted. Jiva Goswami played a very important role. After Jiva Goswami is the cousin of, not cousin, sorry, son, nephew. Okay, so you have Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, and Anutama. Anutama's son. Anutama is the brother of Jiva Goswami's son. So he is the second generation. Right? So after the disappearance of all the Goswamis, the main Goswamis, Jiva Goswami, very younger, he was very bold. He wrote so many books. He fought against many people to establish the place. He bought some specific locations. He built the Radha Damodar Mandir and other things. So even in Vrindavan town also, when you go, the main locations are all through Jiva Goswami's contribution. Okay. Madhavendra Puri came to Radha Kund. He stayed here, and then that is his Baitak is there. And Mahaprabhu also came. So very importantly, Mahaprabhu. So we have circled around Radha Kund and come towards the one side of Radha Kund. Okay. So when he came, he saw only two very small ponds. Okay. So he sat here, and then he took a bath here. Then only the villagers were very shocked. Okay. Then they asked, what is this place? Then Mahaprabhu told, this is Radha Kund. And then afterwards, they started excavating, and then they brought this Kund. Okay. So Krishna's pastimes happened here. They played nice small games like dice game and other games also. Like, Krishna tricked Radharani. He'll throw away the Kaustuba jewel, and then they will try to bring it back. So small nice pastimes happened here. Okay. Charana Chingha. This is the main. So we have started from one location. We have all moved towards the end of this side. Okay, this is the in between location of Radha Kund and Sham Kund. Okay, they call Sangam or whatever main point. This is okay, and you see this arrow mark here. Very importantly, this is when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur came for parikrama. He met Prabhupada met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur here, and then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati gave a very specific instructions. Like, whenever you get money, you print books, because you are an educated person. You should be able to print books so that through the books, everybody will get Krishna consciousness. So that specific instruction was given to Srila Prabhupada from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this exact location. Nityananda Prabhu. So if you see all our acharyas, including Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Janvi Mata, everybody have did a parikrama in Radha Kund. So Nityananda Prabhu, even before coming to Mayapur, when he went around all the kshetras, he came finally to Radha Kund and he stayed here. Then from here only he got the call that yes, Mahaprabhu is already prakat ho gaya. Mahaprabhu's manifestation or his avatar has already come. So let me go to Mayapur. Then he comes to Mayapur. Okay. Then we'll have one Kund. Like Lord Shiva is also there. He's called as Kundeshwar Mahadev. He protects the Kund. Okay. When he say protection means protection from all the nastikas and from all the miscreants. Because when you see the Kund, nobody will understand it's an ordinary Kund. But when you see the Kund from a spiritual angle, we will see the important significance of this Kund. Okay, so the Kund is protected by Kundeshwar Mahadev. Okay, in Radha Vinoda, beautiful Radha Vinoda temple, Radha Madhav temple. Okay, and Mahaprabhu's Baitak. And then when you come out of it, you will see the small shops there. Radha Damodar, and this is also very nice temple. So, okay. And then you will see Radha Kund Brajvasi tortoise also. There's one tortoise there. I don't know, still it is there. Radha Kund Sham Kund ki Jai. Okay. I think we'll stop here today. It's 9:40. The other places, when we from Radha Kund, we'll have to go towards Badrinath, Deeg, then Barshana, then Mahavank, Nandagaon, Raval. Raval is a very important place. Javad is the place where Radharani lived. Then there are other ones like Kokilavanam, Ashtasakis, and then finally we go back to Vrindavan. There are still some 6 to 7. We can cover it in the next session.
Wrong లేదా బాస్మతి పెట్టే లేకపోతే బాస్మతి ఉడుకుతుంది కదా మేడం
తోపు ఉండే
ఉండు ఉప్పు కారం అది
Okay, Hare Krishna, we'll stop here today. So we have completed Nectar of Instructions. We will get into next class with Isha Upanishad, or we'll complete Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and then take up the exam. Okay, so from an examination point, it is either Nectar of Instructions and Isha Upanishad together, or you can take it up separate test also. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for
Krishna
sharing.
Prabhuji. So the shloka 10 and 11 we read, we read ourselves, Prabhuji.
Yeah, shloka 10. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, it's based on all this pastime which you said. Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this. It's a very
Prabhu,
nice, important class. Thank you.
Prabhu, unit 3, we haven't done exams.
Yeah, we have to plan for that exam. That also, today is 26th. We have to plan. Maybe in the next coming 2 weeks, we'll finish the unit 3 exam also. Can we have it on March?
Can we do it in June, Prabhu? We are traveling actually, May. Me and Anand Kumar Prabhu both are not here.
Okay. That's okay, Mother. You can take it up later also, but I will go ahead with others. But
Sure.
others